In 1999, drivers entered the Mont Blanc Tunnel expecting a normal trip under the Alps. Then traffic stopped. At first, it looked like an ordinary delay. Cars waited, truck engines idled. People stayed behind their windows because that felt safer than walking into a tunnel. But somewhere ahead, a truck was burning. The smoke was moving through the tunnel faster than most people understood. And the worst decision was the one that felt completely normal. Wait inside the car. By the end, 39 people would never leave the tunnel. The Mont Blanc Tunnel was one of Europe's great mountain shortcuts. It ran for about 11.6 kilometers under the Alps, connecting Chamonix in France with Courmayeur in Italy. For drivers, it replaced dangerous mountain roads and winter closures with a straight passage through rock. But a tunnel is not an open road. If smoke appears on a highway, it rises and spreads into the sky. Inside a tunnel, smoke has walls. It follows the air. It follows the ventilation. And if the system moves the wrong way, a fire can turn a road into a pipe full of poison. That is what made this disaster different. On the morning of March 24, 1999, a refrigerated truck entered from the French side. It was carrying ordinary cargo: flour, margarine, nothing that sounded like a chemical emergency. Then other drivers began flashing their headlights. The truck was smoking. The driver stopped several kilometers inside the tunnel and tried to understand what was happening. But the load became fuel. The trailer fire grew quickly, and the heat pushed smoke along the tunnel. Behind it, drivers were still reacting as if this was a traffic problem. It was already becoming an evacuation problem. Most people do not abandon a car the second traffic stops, especially not inside a long tunnel. You wait for movement. You look for brake lights. You assume someone ahead knows what is happening. That assumption can be deadly underground. In a tunnel fire, visibility can collapse before people understand the scale of the danger. The safest-looking place becomes the trap. Windows closed, engine running, doors locked. Waiting for rescue. But rescue was trying to enter the same tunnel that was pushing smoke back toward the people inside. The fire was terrifying. But smoke was the real weapon. It carried heat. It carried toxic gases. And it erased the tunnel before people could navigate it. In open air, a person can move away from smoke. Inside a mountain, the smoke moves with the airflow. If ventilation feeds the fire or pushes fumes down the tunnel, the danger expands faster than a human can reason through it. People did not need to touch the flames to be in danger. They only needed to breathe the wrong air. By then, the exit could be miles away, invisible and unreachable. Firefighters went in from both sides. But tunnels punish rescue teams in a way open roads do not. The route is narrow. Vehicles block the path. Smoke destroys orientation. Heat damages cables, lights, engines, and equipment. At some point, the rescuers also became people trying to survive the tunnel. This is the mechanical cruelty of an underground fire. The same passage needed for escape is also the path of smoke, heat, vehicles, and emergency crews. Everything competes for the same narrow space. And in Mont Blanc, that space failed.
The fire did not end in minutes. It burned for more than 2 days. Reports describe temperatures reaching around 1,000 degrees Celsius in parts of the tunnel. By the time crews could fully access the damage, the scale was clear. The tunnel had not just held a fire, it had amplified it. The cargo burned, other vehicles burned. Airflow shaped where the smoke went. The walls trapped the heat. And the delay between confusion and evacuation became part of the death toll. Afterward, the tunnel would close for years.
Mont Blanc changed how Europe thought about tunnel fires. The answer was not just better extinguishers. It was detection, communication, smoke control, pressurized safe shelters, escape routes, and instructions clear enough that drivers do not wait for a normal traffic delay to become a disaster. The most frightening part of this story is not only that a truck caught fire under the Alps, it is that so many people had to decide what to do before they understood what was happening. If smoke appeared behind you in a tunnel, would you stay in the car or run into the dark?